not just like you're making best use of time by sleeping less. You're not. You would make best use of time by being awake less.
Exactly.
Which is crazy.
I mean, wakefulness, firstly, from a brain perspective, is low-level brain damage. We know that.
Wakefulness is?
Yeah.
Low, like right now, you and I are getting low-level brain damage.
Yeah, that's right. And it's sleep that offers a reparatory function.
I just found out that after 20 hours of being awake, you're as messed up as someone who is legally drunk. Why? Because being awake causes low-level brain damage, and sleep is the way to recover that. Sleep deprivation is apparently a great way to ruin your day. That may not sound like a big deal, but if you're like me, then you'd rather not fool yourself into having a bad day if you can help it. Here are 7 ways to ruin your day by messing up your sleep. 1. Don't anchor yourself to a specific bedtime. If you anchor yourself to a specific bedtime, your brain will automatically start winding down every evening as you get close to that time. Since habits are so important to the brain, having no anchor will keep it guessing. It won't know when to wind down to help enter the sleep state or to go into dreamland. By the time it gives up and crashes instead, you'll get so little sleep that you wake up with little to no rest, setting yourself up for a lethargic day of misery. 2. Don't stand up within 10 minutes of waking up. When you wake up and stand up, your brain starts to release chemicals like cortisol, dopamine, and even adrenaline that make you alert, sharp, and motivated. They activate your willpower. When you stay in bed instead of waking up and standing up, you're sending the message to your brain that, hey, go ahead and hold off on that cortisol because I don't want to feel any willpower to do stuff today. Your brain goes, are you sure about that? You're going to feel lethargic and sluggish without this cortisol, but this is what you want. So you stay in bed anyway. By not standing up and moving around, you are telling your brain to hold off on the dopamine too, meaning you don't want to feel excitement, motivation, or alertness. So far, not only are you leaving your brain to guess what time to sleep, but you are also telling it that when you do wake up, you don't want to feel the positive chemicals that activate your drive and willpower. Basically, you set the day up with your eyes open while the rest of your body is sleeping. With all these chemicals missing that stimulate willpower, motivation, excitement, etc., you'll be left with their opposites: laziness, pessimism, anxiety, etc. 3. Browse or scroll at bedtime. Just as your brain releases chemicals like dopamine to make you feel awake, it naturally releases others such as melatonin, the molecule of darkness, when it's time to enter dreamland. The feeling that you get is your consciousness making sense of sleep chemicals that your brain has released. Specifically, there is a study in which people were taken up to the Rocky Mountains for a few days without electricity. Soon, they started sleeping 2 hours earlier than the time that they claimed was their natural bedtime. This wasn't because they had nothing to do, but because their brain started releasing melatonin earlier. So how does this help to ruin your day, you ask? You can use your electronic devices to hack your brain into thinking that it shouldn't prepare for you to sleep. Use your computer or your phone to send the message to your brain that even though the sun is down, let's keep going like it's daytime. After all, if you don't give your brain time to start cooking up the chemicals that help you sleep, it's bound to eventually give up and crash. If you want to have a bad day, crashing is always better than actually winding down and feeling the chemicals that prepare you for bed. 4. Smoke marijuana or have a nightcap alcoholic drink before bed. Contrary to popular belief, these substances don't improve your sleep. They cause you to fall asleep faster. Yes, in fact, they are sedatives. A sedative, also known as a tranquilizer, is a substance that induces sedation by reducing irritability or excitement. They are CNS or central nervous system depressants that interact with the brain activity, causing its deceleration, meaning it helps you fall asleep by slowing down your brain. But sleep is not just about falling asleep. It's about the quality of your sleep when you are actually sleeping. In the end, these substances stay in your body for some hours after they sedate you. What's wrong with that? Here's a quote from Walker. Sedatives just switch off the top of your cortex, the top of your brain, and put you into a state of unconsciousness. Sleep, in contrast, is this incredibly complex ballet of neurochemical brilliance that results in numerous areas of the brain both switching on and switching off. We don't have any good pharmacological approach right now to replicate such a nuanced and complex set of biological changes. End quote. Even though they both make you unconscious, being sedated by substances and being asleep are two different things. There is more to sleeping than just being unconscious. So, you'll be unconscious for a night and wake up without the benefits of sleep. 5. Taking naps after 3 p.m. 6. Overeat before you sleep. 7. Consume caffeinated products in the afternoon. Comment on some other bad habits that ruin your sleep.